huge news today live at the Roxy. Huge news. In case you guys did not hear it, Prince William said that the royals are very much not a racist family. And so that solves all that. I mean, we were worried, but now we know, because as I've been preaching on this show, words speak louder than actions. We all know we can go home. If you were concerned, no more need. He cleared it all up for us thanks to my man, Prince William. The sarcasm is dripping through my veins, dripping through. Speaking of dripping, Winston Marshall is going to be joining us for a little bit today. In a bit, he's got something to talk to us about. So we will put on our best listening and action-taking taps. Boom, 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 boom. It's not the only thing that's going on, though. It is Thursday, March 11th, which means that it is episode 361 of Live at the Roxy Quarantine Edition. We've got 4 more days until it's 365. I am severely hungover today, and I am barreling on the motherfucking through. So that's something. Yes, we're going to talk about the Prince William thing. It's a very, very small statement he made while in passing, but we're going to break it down. We're also going to talk about Demi Lovato, who is living her best queer life after her engagement to Max, man with the last name that I cannot pronounce, Erich, whatever his name was. After that engagement was called off, she's like, oh, whoa, I'm super queer and don't want to be with a cis man. So that's interesting and really happy for her. So we can break that down. And then Biden, with the pen of his, signed a $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package. Will we see any of that money? The chances are very small because I really don't understand a government. If you're at home and it's not gonna be disturbing to the people, sing it with me now. Government. I really don't understand the government. Woo! Like that. Because who gets the money? Who doesn't get the money? When does it come? But this is good because it is money. So all of that. And because I'm getting a special request for it, for purposes that I don't understand, let me try to look really cute while I do this. Put the hood on and be all awesome. Look at me. This is very important, guys, because this is for Rob Fishbeck. And Rob Fishbeck is down to business. So here's what we have to do. We need to send bunnies. Send bunnies. Everybody do it now. Send your bunnies. Are you my buddy? Send your bunnies. You my buddy with your bunnies. I hope that works for you, Rob. We don't know what it's about, but we know that it's here. I'm also taking Streamlabs and Super Chats, and it's going to be a briefer show today because the birthday celebration continues with Steph. We are going to go do some thangs. Ain't no thang but a chicken wang. I don't even know where I got that from. We never know where she gets anything from. In the Super Chat, Teddy Holiday says, typically if you ever find yourself saying, I'm definitely not racist, you probably did something racist. Yeah, I think it's a generalization, but I don't disagree with you that if you have to say we are very not racist, that's something to look into. It's very something to look into. Just saying. Thanks for everybody who's sending bunnies and everybody who's joining us here today live at the Roxy. Let's take a few Streamlabs to start off the show. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. To anybody who can support, please do. Really appreciate it. We, in the last 3 months, have made so much less, and I'm sure it's because you guys are tapped. I'm tapped. I totally understand. Just letting you know, here I am, still doing all things, showing up a day. That's what everybody says. I think it's just say, because that rhymes with day. Wow, this is why I'm not a rapper by trade. All right, Texas Teacher says, hello, Roxy. After listening to your Myers-Leonard situation and I have a very complex opinion on this. I'm going to start by asking for you to not hate me after I say what I say, and I hope that you understand what I mean. I teach my students that there are 2.5 million words in the English language, and there is no such thing as words that are hateful, evil, or bad. I believe context is everything. As someone who teaches literature, the use of the R, N, C, and all other words, that's funny that you just wrote R, N, C, but it was R, N, C, and all other words are not okay. In civil society are important to teach to show the harm that can be done when used from a place of hate. When they went after Mark Twain's book to remove the N-word out of them and replaced it with slave, I didn't agree because Jim was not a slave, as he was freed before the trip, and I'm not going to explain the book. Also, the R word is appropriate to use, just not when speaking of people with disabilities, but perfectly fine in regards to the reduction in abilities of machinery. Now, here is my biggest issue. If you remove these words from literature as a reference with Mark Twain, you remove the power that the use of the word has on the audience view of the character in Boy in the Stripped Pajama. The K word is not used between others, but against them by the enemy. Same with them in literature set in that time frame. We cannot allow for our beautiful language to be hacked to death, but we must show the difference in usage and how context is important. Once again, just my view on things based on what I've seen on how the deletion of words take some of the greatness out of once great language. Please hear these words in the style in which I give them, and know always I come from a place of love. I shall exit now. So, Texas Teacher, you and I are just on a different page about this. We're on a different page about this, and I don't agree. I think that I like you a lot, Texas Teacher, and you know that, but I certainly don't agree. I don't believe that that no words have hatred. The word kike has only ever been used as a word of hatred and has never been used as a positive word. And the Jews have tried very hard to eliminate it through history. And to be perfectly frank with you, Texas Teacher, who are you to tell me as a Jew that I shouldn't want that word eliminated? When we don't use it, we don't spread it, we don't appreciate it, and it's only negative to us. And I think that it's inappropriate that you teach your children that, to be honest. And I really do like you, but I disagree. And I think that that's a very dangerous thing to teach kids the way that you're teaching it. So, yeah, that's what I think. And I do think that there are words in which, of course, like if you're using the word fag as a bundle of sticks, that is different. But I don't believe that there are not words with hatred, because that word, when used other ways, of course, has hatred in its soul and its heart and its core and its root. And that's people's prerogative to feel that way. So to say words don't have hatred behind them, I think is probably why people grow up saying words and weaponize those words. And yeah, I think what you're doing is fairly dangerous, and I would advise you not to. And I would definitely caution you against that. And if you are insistent on doing that, I would make sure that the teachers know that that's how you are educating the kids, because it should be their ability to take back what you've said as a parent, which is something I would do if I was, which I'm not a parent. Oh boy, always coming in when things are getting nice and heated on this show. It's like he feels the fire at my neck and he comes to save the day every single time. Thank goodness for him, because just life would not be the same without him. Winston Marshall, everyone coming through. Oh, Winston.
Oh my God, I came in like we both had to scratch our head like that's that hard joke with a dude. What a dude knows he's in trouble. I thought everybody was eating the chips.
I know. It's so hard, because when you know something in your soul to be true, and then people just tell you it's not, and even people that you like, and it's just like, listen, just because before you say something, when you say no offense, doesn't mean it's not offensive. And just because you say, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, doesn't mean I'm not going to take it the wrong way.
You know that was something that happened recently on Twitter yesterday. Some dude on Twitter was like, I'm not racist, but it's supposed to be an escape from politics. So having black people in anime defeats the entire purpose. And it's like, That is the most loaded fucking statement.
But Winston, he said he's not racist. So how are you going to take it that way?
Did you know that black people were political? Did you know this?
Yes.
I am a politic.
Yeah, you are. Just by birth, you are. It's almost like you're president. It's almost like.
It almost is. It almost is like I'm president. It's fucking crazy how that works.
Yeah, it's just wild. It's just wild. Also, not what we're here to talk about with you today. But yeah, I also am obsessed with the fact that William came out and said the royal family is not racist. Everybody's like, see?
That does it. That totally does it. That totally does it.
He said they are very not racist. Mm-hmm.
Like, the funny thing about it is that, and then I'll get off this onto the happy topic while I'm here. People joke that life is a movie, right? And there is some truth to it. And I say that in the sense that it's all about show, don't tell. Don't tell me you're not racist. Show me you're not racist. Because, like, the truth is that, like, England is known as the biggest colonial power ever. Like, how many different days are independence from Britain? Like, so maybe you're saying that this particular, like, generation of that family isn't, but there's still racism there. Let's just be real. So I would just say,
we just literally watched an entire interview on it, and his first response is, "No, we're very not racist." Oh,
okay,
solid, cool. Dope. No, I'm glad you clarified. I was confused, and now I get it. Yeah,
1000%. So, anyways,
yes, what's going on?
The reason why I asked to come on. So obviously COVID hit a lot of people very, very hard. Obviously for you had just lost your gig at Collider. And then as you were starting to move the needle, COVID hit and it stopped a lot of things for you. For myself, I was working 5 different jobs to make shit happen. And I lost all of those. We have all been hit in one way or another. And one of the people that's been hit the hardest, and she's just kind of powered along, has been my mom. She is a phenomenal woman. She's first generation college graduate. Went so far as to get her MBA, VP of marketing for Frito-Lay at a very young age, like right around 29 or 30. Then she had my knuckleheaded ass, and she started her own company, and it's been running strong for 30 plus years now. And so when COVID hit, because specifically with what her company does, she's in like marketing and experiential marketing and stuff, and like a promotion agency, if you will.
It got hit really hard, I'm sure,
because every company essentially stopped. Like every company, unless it was something that was kind of essential or they could find a way to make their business work, just kind of stopped. So she, from doing very well for herself, like having worked with the NFL, she's worked with Fox, she's worked with Toyota, all sorts of companies, to zilch. And it has been a massive hustle for her to continue to do that. And the funny thing was, she was in the middle of transitioning away from her company into full-blown women's empowerment, which is what she's still trying to do, is to lift other women up, help them in their journey through entrepreneurship. She wrote a book on divorce recovery and helping women with that, things like that. She's done a lot of really great stuff, but it really, really, it almost killed her business, and it's hanging by a thread. So she's in a contest right now being sponsored by FedEx to give COVID relief grants to people. And it's based upon people voting on the companies that they want to support the most. So what I wanted to come on here and ask is that everybody that's watching here, and I'm actually going to have her on the show on Blurds today. We're doing it a little later.
Oh, no way.
Something. She's going to come on the show.
Has she ever come on before?
She is not. And I already warned Jay. I was like, look, we got to drop no N-bombs for like 10 minutes while my mom's on. Like, we got to be chill. But she's going to come on the show for about 10 minutes to explain. But what I wanted to ask of you and the people that are watching this, if you could, I'm going to, Roxy just put it in the chat. If you click on that, it should take you directly to her page in the little content, and you'll see there, enter your email to vote. You can vote once every 24 hours per email. So if you happen to have like a work email and a personal email, or if you're and you have
I got mad emails.
I got mad emails.
Mad emails.
I got personal finance email. I got junk email. I got fantasy football email. I got
a World Girls email. We got mad emails. Yeah.
So if you could, I'm not sure how long this contest runs. Let me see if I can figure out. Doesn't quite say, but you can. Oh, here we go. Rules. Maybe it's under here. This goes until May 10th.
Damn. All right, we got this.
It's a long time, but if you can, between now and May 10th, every day, because that's the thing. It's a small business grant specifically for small businesses, but you know damn well there's going to be some people that they're going to have their employees demand their employees do it. She is the only person working her company now. It's just so if you would be so kind to once a day with your emails to click on that link, to like copy it down, save it somewhere, whatever. Go to the page and just vote for it. It's as simple as plugging in your email, clicking the I'm not a robot. You might have to do one of the little box things. And
I didn't have to do the box thing. I literally just clicked I'm not a robot and typed in my email.
Great. So if you could do that, all of your emails every day, set an alarm, set a reminder, whatever it is until May 10th, it would mean the world to myself and to my mother. Again, a strong.
So what do they do, Winston? Like if she wins this, what happens?
So one would be, it would go so many miles to saving her company in that regard. But she specifically, and she even says it, if you want to read the little bio there, she had been in the middle of, other than doing her Dare to Reign campaign, which again is women's empowerment, helping young women deal with situations with relationships, women that have gone through divorces, domestic violence, all that kind of stuff. But she specifically had just started a project to do a line of Black Santas. She's always been a massive fan of Black Santas. And so she wanted to start her own line specifically because I know people love to make that whole argument. Fox News mainly, Santa's white, deal with it. No. But the truth is Santa's magic. So that means Santa is fucking everything. And so it means something to little Black kids to be able to see a Black Santa one way or the other.
Winston, Santa says he's not racist. So we know.
So it's fine if he's white.
No.
But either way, she wants to get that line off the ground. So part of it would go to save her company. Part of it would start the product line. But as she even says here, she spent a lot of time with domestic violence survivors and children in person, and she wants to be able to use that line to not only do that, but to disadvantaged African American folks, especially women that have been because of domestic violence or anything else like that. That the proceeds for that product line would go to that as well. So she, she did the same thing. She did a product line with Kamala themed memorabilia, being the first woman president, first Black woman vice president, first Black vice president, all that kind of stuff. She did a whole product line with that, which she also donated some of those proceeds to women as well. So it's not only going to be helping my mom, which would be so amazing. It would be helping so many women in need, especially so many Black women and Black children in need as well. So you are helping across the board here. You're obviously helping me, which by proxy is helping Roxy, by my mom.
Yeah.
So many people that she plans on touching if she's blessed with this. Once a day, all the emails you have, it would mean the absolute world. It will, like, one email will take you 10 seconds of your time. So
a couple things.
Yeah. Yes.
A couple of things. Number one, we talk about this on the show all the time, but like a lot of you guys, there's only certain ways you can support. And I get it. Sometimes when we're here and we're like, please Streamlabs and Super Chat, and you guys are hanging on by a thread yourselves. And I understand you can't. This is dead ass free for you. Takes 5 seconds a day. And so if you guys have been wondering, like, what are ways to support that I don't have to break my bank with, because I know times are tough, this is free. And so there's really, like, there's no reason why not to do this. And it will make you feel good too, to be able to give to somebody who really clearly deserves it. So that, and also I want to give a shout out to anybody who does do it. Joseph, who says I voted last night. Remember, it's a once a day thing. So you can do it again today. Really appreciate it. Slun says that your mom sounds dope. So let's help out a dope lady for sure. Rob says I got 8 emails, laugh my ass off. Gar says I just voted. Silu says, cool, I have 4 emails. Rob says, I got you, bud. Joseph says it's very quick to vote. I know. I just did it while he was explaining it. I hope you guys are doing the same thing. Click on the link. And Jake, you can put the link back in there. Stormy says voted yesterday. We'll be voting again today and every day. Absolutely love to hear that. So, Mike Ordo just voted.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep giving shout outs.
To make it easy, I have pinned it to the top of my pinned tweet right now. So if you ever forget or lose the link, I did a little blurb about my mom in a tweet, as many, in 240 characters, and there's the link. And if you just click on it, you can go back to it every day. Again, if you did it now at 1:30 your time, just set an alarm and be for 1:30 every day. And if you could just go in and hit with all them emails again every single day, it would mean the absolute to me.
Imagine how good we're going to feel if we accomplish this, when we accomplish this. Shout out to Jake, to Brandy, to the French Taunters, to Morse Code, to Avi. Okay, Sina wants to know what's the business called.
Yeah, so my mom's business specifically, there's kind of two running some. So the main one that's on air is Gifted by Design. And again, I believe the web same. Hold on, Gifted by DEZYN.
Oh, DEZYN.
DEZYN. Yeah. My mom's funky like that. She loves zebras. You'll see like little. I
love that
everywhere. Yeah, and that same thing. So her website is even that. Here, I can.
While you're doing that, shout out to Pharaoh and to Laudy and to Juan and to Evan, to Sina, to Chris Martinez, to Rob doing all 8 of his emails, to Manny, to Mercat Borneo, Spidey Sensei. Wow, so many of you guys are just
y'all are amazing.
Right y'all Run Switch Caesars. Tony, yes, thank you to everybody in here.
So what I'm gonna say is, and then I'll let Roxy go because I know you have a lot to cover. We're gonna talk about it again on Blurred. Come on, so if you want to meet my mom. 5 p.m. Pacific is when Blurred is going on today, so come say hi.
Awesome.
But I will probably be obnoxious for the next 2 months. I'll probably plug it in the Schmodown when I do matches. I'm going to be plugging it on Blurreds. I'm going to be plugging it on the IG show. Anywhere I go, I'm going to bring it up for the.
Who could possibly vote more than us? We're an army. Who could possibly if we all do this, then we've got this.
Especially from the standpoint of, I would make a ventured guess that they maybe haven't mobilized like the kind of youth internet vote for these other companies. I have a feeling that that's something that they can do. And so again, this would mean the world to my mom, to my family, to these women that she's helping. So if you have the time, and like Roxy said, like, I'm not going to, I'll let Roxy do that because y'all are on her show, but like, if you were trying to figure out how you can help somebody that's in need and you just financially can't right now, this is something that will take you somewhere between 10 and 2 minutes a day, and you have helped immensely.
All the people, Prince Wasn't Promised, Pink Sweets, Adrian, Runs with Caesars. I can't believe this.
Thank you.
Joseph has got 4 more emails. Yes.
Thank you.
Joseph wants her to come on now. Well, she'll be there at 5.
She'll be on Blurred. She'll be on Blurred at 5 because she's working right now.
Yes, Bruce.
But yes, she will. So you all are amazing. Roxy, you're amazing. Thank you so much for letting me come on and plug this, because
of course.
The other about it, to that point, it's also Women's Month, man. You also try to help the ladies. It's Women's Month. I'll warn you now, if you're SCN fans, I've already talked to Christian and Kate, and they're cool with it too. You're gonna get a plug on there. So just please. Thank you.
Oh, yes, it's Ladies Month. Yeah, really good. And the feelings, right?
She got one little part of that. Yeah, I don't know where else to remix this, so I'm just gonna
just couldn't even. All right, Winston, I love you. This is gonna be awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you to everybody who's voted so far. Set that alarm, and I'll talk to you soon, honey.
Later.
Bye. Every time, always makes the show. Thank you to Winston Marshall, and thank you to all of you guys. Shout out to Jonathan Donsel. Voted. Mark Jason Ali voted for the 3rd time. I'm loving all of this. To every single one of you guys. Hopefully I got most of you guys who voted. JR Me ATXC just got here and voted. That's what I like to see. You can do it every single day. Gonna write it on a post and place it next to my bed. Yes, Ryan Payne. Winston's always the best. Agreed. Yes. Jimmy Nails saying, hi, Roxy. Hi, Jimmy. Happy to have you. Okay. Jake just put it in a few group chats. That's how we do this. This grassroots campaign has officially begun, and we are the originators. Let's fucking go. Yes, Mason Allen with that vote. Yes, Mark Jason Ali asking me if I'm still hungover. Yes, I certainly am, my friend. Jimmy Nails says, for Winston's mom, I've already voted twice. Yes. All right. Moving on, guys. A couple things to talk about and only a little bit of time to do it. Let's break down. I already have given a little bit of my thoughts on this Prince William situation, but basically Prince William's walking with his mask on. You know, he's going places, important person, places to go, people to see, whatever he's doing. And he's asked by a reporter, he says, have you talked to your brother yet? And Prince William says, no, I haven't spoken to my brother yet, but I will. And then he says, is the royal family, the reporter, is the royal family racist? And Prince William responds and says, we are very much not a racist family. Very much not a racist family. I feel like it would have been better if he pled the fifth. I don't know if they plead the fifth over in the UK, but it's like, I do feel, though, that the reporter set him up for failure here. As a journalist, as a reporter, you can't just take a sensitive topic like this and shout something like, is the royal family racist? It's like, what do you expect him to fucking say? I'm not sitting here standing up for William because I just woof with the whole thing, but like just shouting at somebody, is your family racist, and expecting to get any kind of meaningful response. Like, what did he think was going to happen there? What the fuck did we think was going to happen? It's just so stupid. I can't believe he hasn't spoken to his brother after that interview. That's more telling to me than the very much not a racist family bullshit. I know that people don't have the same relationship with their siblings, but as somebody like myself who has as close a relationship and a lucky as a relationship as my siblings, if I know they're struggling, like imagine hearing the racist family, Freudian slip, the royal family is claiming via the queen that they were unaware these things were happening, that they just learned of these things. So if that's the case, imagine being the brother of a man whose wife was openly talked about being suicidal and not reaching out to your brother and saying, jack shit. You literally just found out, you just learned, quote unquote, you just learned that this shit was happening and you didn't reach out to your brother. So either you did know what was happening and you've had conversations before, or you didn't know what was happening and you still haven't fucking reached out. I'm not saying it's been weeks or months, but still, the second that shit goes down, if you didn't know what was happening, the second that goes down, you fucking pick up the phone call. You pick up the phone and you say, oh my fucking God. Because what the fuck? So the fact that he hasn't spoken to his brother kind of says to me all the things I need to know. When Legoland says, or they aren't close. Yeah, but if you hear that this, even if you're not close, and Harry says that they are, but even if you're not that close and you hear that your brother's wife is contemplating suicide and things were that bad for her and she was treated with such extreme racism. Excuse me, I choked on my own spit because I got very passionate. It's very hard. JJ says, LOL, I haven't talked to my family in years. But they have. It's just, yeah, Brittany Parker says this really pisses me off. I know. Me too. Let's go into the Streamlabs before we move on. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStar. Glenn Caesar says, hello and good afternoon, Roxy, and all your nicknames. Good job on SEN Live. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Much love to you, Grammy and Papo. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you and yours. Thanks, RJ, RSB, and WFs for being cool and letting me be different. Fuck yeah, Glenn. You're different and we love it. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? One of my favorite quotes. I made my sister a collage that said that. And she had it on her wall forever. You are appreciated. Let's go, Smets, and everyone fighting for today, tomorrow, and more. I'm in the middle of a text conversation with Smets right now. Hashtag smash cancer. Be most excellent. RJ and Rockstar. Show up for people who need it. That makes you so cool, humane, and worthy. Cheers to Fuck Yeah News in 2021 and beyond. Good thoughts. And good vibes to you, Chunk, on garnering all of your much-deserved success. Good luck with all hosting, filming auditions, and or booking other projects coming up. What's for you is yours. You're earning it all because you're fucking fire. I'm on fire. Up in here. It's burning hot. Glenn also says positive thoughts to you, RJ, and all the rock stars and world friends who show up and give their support whenever, however they can. Don't forget, when it gets tough, even if you're by yourselves, you're not alone. Everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. You're a winner. Thank you so much, Glenn. You're amazing. Adrian Bailey in the house says, hi, Roxy. Hope you're feeling better. I'm glad Steph enjoyed her birthday yesterday. Me too. It's my dad's birthday today. Yay, happy birthday. But he's been working this afternoon. Time. I wanted to say I respect you very much. Say hi to Dorina and Steph for me. I love you all. Thank you, Adrian. That's really sweet. We really appreciate it. Glenn Caesar in the house again in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strife says Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankinson, Jonathan Mattingly, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Hope today is the day. You and me both every day, Glenn. Justice for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force. # say their names. Since the Daily Show is ending, could you please move the Breonna Taylor message to your end of show reminders so it doesn't just become more easy to block out or forget as some repetitive words asking for me, Glenn Caesar, not Zen Glenn. I got you, Glenn. Yeah, I think that's a great thing for the daily reminders that we've if I forget, please just remind me. But Glenn, I think that's an awesome idea. Garth Harkness McMurray in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strife says, I love Winston talking about his mom. One of his shows, he talked about how she created Chester Cheetah. She's an amazing woman. Vote every day. Hell yeah, Garth. Love to hear that. Dragon17 in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strife says, hey, I really want to know, does Damon get along well with the Odd Couple? Do they talk? Thanks for asking, Dragon17. Damon gets along with everybody. If you don't get along with Alex Damon, that's a you problem. They don't speak that often because they're not needed to study together that much. But I think they have so much respect and appreciation for each other. And yeah, everybody on the team gets along. Everybody on the team. So thank you for asking. Interesting question. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, that was UK time, by the way. Adrian says, I said, time. Time. Sometimes I do the dumbest shit. All right. Getting your Streamlabs, getting your super chats. Like I said, we are light as fuck. So light. It's a real struggle. We're talking about some shows, it's like $10. It's just trying. She out here trying to function. Much love to all of you guys, though. And thank you for keeping me afloat during this entire time. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do next when I'm not live every day because I've created a lifestyle, created a life in which I need to work every single day to survive. So what am I going to do there? We just don't know. Time. Time. Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, Evan Hooker. Hey, not sure how attached you are to your intro music, but I thought you may want something more personalized. So I wrote a Live with Roxy theme. No pressure whatsoever, but it's yours if you'd like. I'd love to hear it, Evan. That's awesome. I would love to hear it. I like the intro music a lot, but I would love to hear the song. He says, if you DM me on your Patreon page, I can send the song via email. Just message it to me on Patreon because I don't know how to DM you there first, but you just message me because you can send it to me on there, or you can send it to the World Girls, theworldgirls@gmail.com, and I'll listen to it there. Thanks so much, Evan. You rock. Very, very sweet. Aight. He says, be live every day. That's how I live. Okay. I'm going to be live a fucking ton. Just not going to be beholden to being live every single day or around the same time. Not right now. We will see. We shall see. We shall see. All right. Let's talk about Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato, you guys know I've been talking more about on the show because she has that doc coming out. She's had a crazy life experience, but she's talking about being queer. We knew she was queer. She identified as being queer, but this is what she had to say after her breakup from her engagement with that guy whose name I can't pronounce, Erich, whatever. She said, when I started getting older, I started realizing how queer I really am. The past year, I was engaged to a man, and when it didn't work, I was like, this is a huge sign. I thought I was going to spend my life with someone. Now that I wasn't going to, I felt this sense of relief that I could live my truth. So that's an interesting thing to say. I appreciate that she did say it like that, because I think that finding the pros in these negative times, if she felt that relief that she could live her truth, for some reason before that she didn't feel comfortable fully living her truth. So that was fascinating, she said. And then she said, I hooked up with a girl and was like, I like this a lot more. It felt better. It felt right. Some of the guys I was hanging out with, when it would come time to be sexual or intimate, I would have this kind of visceral reaction. Like, I just don't want to put my mouth there. It wasn't even based on the person I was with. I just found myself really appreciating the friendships of those people more than the romance, and I didn't want the romance from anybody of the opposite sex. She also described herself as too queer to be with a cis man. So a lot of things that she's talking about, and I just want to say that I do think that sexuality and sexual orientation and sexual preference is a weird fucking word that we know that we are not saying anymore. Sorry, I'm exhausted, but whatever. Insert any of these things here. We always call it a rainbow and a spectrum and can say you can be anywhere on it. But I also think, just to be clear, recheck in with yourself sometimes, because as we grow in life and as we mold ourselves and the world molds us and things happen, what we were feeling for some people previously might not be how we're feeling anymore. And, Demi might have say it is a spectrum, and say she felt closer to the straight side of the spectrum growing up and liked men more or cis men more. As time has gone on, she might have different wants and desires, or things that turn her on, or things that make her intimate or attracted to somebody. And that's all of us. You might be born super gay and die super gay. And that might be your whole trajectory, where if you are a man and you are born queer and you are gay and you only like dick, and then that might just be the way you are forever, and you only like dick, and that's what you were born to like, and you like dick the whole time. That totally happens. But what also happens is you might be born, you might go through high school, you might feel straight, you might only like the opposite sex, and then something might change. You might grow and you might decide that actually what was working for you before was not working for you. So I appreciate that Demi Lovato was just engaged to a cis man, and coming out of it, she said, I actually don't want to date another cis man. And maybe that would change in the future. We don't know. But she's like, I'm not, as much as it's a friendship, I don't want to put my mouth there, meaning she's not as sexually attracted, or that's not what she's looking for at this period in her life. And so knowing that she's either more into women or non-cis men, I think that that's pretty cool to talk about. And a lot of people don't really talk about how life experience might change what you're looking for and what you want and all of that. Here's what it doesn't mean. And sometimes you say shit like this, Avi, and as much as I really like you a lot of the time, I just need to flag this because I see it, so I flag it. Avi says, I don't believe she's gay. I feel she just can't find a man. This is the most egregious statement for so many reasons, but I actually have to figure out where to start for this. When someone tells you they're queer, they're queer. They're queer because they say they're queer, and they're queer because that's how they feel. So when she says she's queer, she's queer. That, period. Also, are you really out here, Avi, ignorant enough to think that Demi Lovato can't find a man? Gorgeous, stunning, multi-millionaire, ridiculously famous Demi Lovato cannot find a man, so she's making up that she's queer. Are you on crack? It's comments like that that make me think like some people just don't get what it is to be queer. And that is like, just because you don't feel something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It'd be like me saying, I don't think you're Christian just because you go to church or whatever, some shit. Just because I'm Jewish and I don't know what it is to be Christian doesn't mean people aren't Christian. Just saying you don't think she's queer is like, the fuck are you talking about? If she's queer, she's not even saying that she's not even saying that she is like only women, lesbian. She's saying I'm queer, which like so many of us are. We're queer. It's kind of about falling in love with a person, not about falling in love with a body part. Avi, I know you're a Jew, honey. I know. And you're saying that's what I feel. But what I feel is maybe really look into educating yourself, because I know you're a good guy and I know you pop in here all the time and you bring a lot of different comments, but like really, really realize how damaging you can be. And thank you, Brittany, for pointing that out to the LGBTQIA community, because you're taking your ignorance and lack of understanding of being queer, and then you're spreading lies. Because if you understood better, then you would know that people aren't just queer because they can't find the right penis. And if anybody proves that, not that anybody needs to prove it, but if anybody proves that, it's Demi Lovato, who could literally have any man she wanted. It's just really... I really want you to, and I'm trying to say this as not attacking as possible. I really want you to look into this and look into yourself and talk to queer people and try to understand them. Because Avi, I'm guessing you really don't have many queer friends. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have to assume you probably actually have no queer friends if you're going to make comments like that. Yeah. Pink Sweets, I'm ignoring Avi for my mental health. Have you seen Demi? Can't find a man. Laugh my ass off. Move around. I know. Oh boy. I didn't mean to turn the conversation to that. When I flag it, I have to say something, because a lot of people feel the way that Avi feels or think they feel that way. And it's just like, okay, so Avi says, I have one. I think Avi ask for a little history lesson from that queer friend, if they're so generous enough to give it to you, with your stance being as ignorant as it is. Because you got some educating of yourself to do, for sure, my dude. For sure. Good for Demi, though. Good for her for figuring out what she wants. And just to check in with all of us, it's okay to change. It's okay to grow. It's okay to want different things at different times. And it's okay to realize that you might be queerer than you thought you were at one point in your life. Oh my God, Avi, honey, you're about to get banned from the chat. I'm really sorry, because you can't say things like she can't keep a man and then expect to stay here with everything that I stand for. Avi, my dear. Yeah, it's your last comment. And if you say something else like that, unfortunately, we're a very inviting community, but only of people who respect other people. And if you are saying that, you're not respecting other people. And so, unfortunately, you won't be welcome here anymore unless you come in a non-judgmental, welcoming of people. And that means queer people fashion. So you gotta chill with that. So one more comment. And I hope we really do look into this. I hope you really do. Jimmy, y'all, this is rough. Jimmy, the good thing about it is, obviously, literally the only one in here. Send bunnies for queer people. Let's see how many people in here love queer people. I'm sending all of the bunnies in the world right now. That's the good thing. The good thing is that we are in here. We're all together. And unfortunately for him, Avi's the outsider. That's the truth of the matter. Look at all the bunnies coming through. Yes, for our queer brothers and sisters who we love so much. Yes. Legoland says, I am a bunny. You're our bunny, babe. You are our bunny, babe. Fuck yeah. And rainbow flags. Love to see it. Love to see it. The rock stars coming through. Oh, and more bunnies. Just more fucking bunnies. All right. We are getting out of here relatively soon, but I do want to get to any final Streamlabs Okay, coming in. Dragon17 just said, I'd love if you throw Damon in for free for all. He did well versus Dan and Roca in that match. I mean, we will see. We don't get that many spots, and there's a lot of people. So, but thank you for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. A rainbow bunny would be so cute, Legoland. That would be the background of right here. I need a Rango bunny. Rainbow. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Guys, drew nails. Shit, I'm crying a little right now. Thank you, rock stars. Fuck yeah. Because that's the thing. Everyone's invited to the party. This is the party. And everyone's invited until they're not. Like, until you go off, you're all invited until you're not invited when you pull some bullshit. Because we just we don't do that. We don't do that. All right. One more thing that we want to talk about, and then we're getting out of here. Get in any last minute Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar and super chats. So there's not much to say about this. The stimulus bill, the $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief stimulus package that I'm still unclear on exactly how that's going to affect small businesses and us and the people. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yay, it's better than no billions. 1.9 billion. It's also couldn't have made it 2, huh? Couldn't have just made it 2. I know I'm talking about a lot of extra money, but it's just a nice even number. 1.9 is really something. Really something. All right, y'all. That's it for today. That's all the time we've got, folks. We will be back tomorrow live at the Roxy. And also I'll be on SEN tomorrow because we have no Only Stupid Answers tomorrow because we are taking this Friday off as we regroup for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I will be back next week. Number 1, Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan McNally, Arrest the Cops Who Killed Breonna Taylor. So remember to keep that in your hearts, your minds, and be as active as an advocate as you possibly can. Number 2, check your internet. We know you have to blow on it. This we figured out on the show. Number 3, if you want people to believe you're not racist, profess very loudly, we're very not racist. That one's a joke. Number 4, don't trend with the Holocaust. That's not a joke. We don't like to see it. We just don't like to see it. Then also make your bed. You should have done it by this point already. If you haven't, do it right after the show. And put the toilet seat and the lid down because we don't want those flumes. We love our queer friends. You're always going to be welcome here. And anybody who's not welcoming to you guys is not welcome here because that is motherfucking live at the Roxy. Love you guys a lot, and I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget, yes, thank you to Jake. Go vote for Winston's mom. Thank you for this link. You can do it every single day. Do it from all of your emails. Let's get this shit done. Get this shit done. See you tomorrow. Stay safe. Stay sane.